I was recently asked about my views on project sponsorship. So let's talk about it, because it is indeed one of the most important factors in project success, and yet it is often overlooked. So when projects fail, and that can look differently in every case, we often blame the usual suspects. We did not have the resources we need. Communication was bad. The scope was not clear enough. The mix of team members wasn't right. And these are all valid reasons. But let me tell you that the importance of having an engaged, effective executive sponsor is invaluable. So let's start with the definition. To paraphrase from PMI's PMBOK guide, for those of you who don't know, this is the absolute reference used by experienced, credentialed project professionals worldwide. So the definition is that a sponsor supports and represents the project from a leadership standpoint. So project sponsors break down barriers. They secure resources. They advocate for the project team at the highest level. And importantly, they help connect the dots with key stakeholders, with customers, with other internal teams, and with corporate strategy. Without a leader or a group of leaders who are actively invested in making a project succeed, the initiative is at a much higher risk of failure. In fact, it is almost certain to fail. Now, at PMI, we obviously take project management very seriously. Who would if we did not? And we dedicate our time to building out the resources and tools that project professionals need to succeed. But we also practice what we preach. Like many organizations, we have several enterprise projects and programs underway at any given time. Some of them relate to implementing new technical solutions to make our resources more accessible, for instance. We have a project called Pay Local, which expands our payment methods and platforms to the ones that are preferred by people in each country. Or another example is a program called PMI by AI, which enables PMI to lead the AI transformation of project management. Now, out of our around 800 full-time employees and contractors, at least 350 are members of our enterprise project or program teams, or are part of our continuously delivering agile teams. So we are in the same boat as any other enterprise. We need to organize our work using tried and true project management practices to stay productive and to maintain our operational efficiency. And project sponsorship is a key element of what we do. So here is our approach. For each enterprise project, we assign an executive sponsor. There are no exceptions. So for example, the sponsor for Pay Local is our Chief Financial Officer, and the sponsor for PMI by AI is our Chief Strategy Officer. We meet regularly with the project leadership teams for executive reviews that are scheduled bi-weekly or monthly. But these meetings are not just presentations of outputs. They're collaborative. They are iterative sessions. We discuss issues and concerns. We talk about what's next. Our sponsors are not just informed. They're really engaged. They ask questions. They offer suggestions. And then we have a monthly enterprise project portfolio review where we, as an executive team, look at all projects in flight. We discuss their progress, certainly, but we also look at the whole picture. How do these projects connect? How do they impact one another? Are they working to advance our strategy, PMI Next, or do we need to pivot? So you see, our approach to projects starts with executive sponsorship. We're engaged from a detail level, although we work very hard not to micromanage, to the most strategic level. We're there to support, to counsel, to mentor. And we started to use this approach in the summer of 2023 with more rigor, because we knew that the implementation of our new strategy would be a huge undertaking, and we wanted to be ready. Since then, we've seen some real progress. There is more transparency, which means we can identify issues earlier, before they get out of hand. And the direction we provide flows faster, so there are fewer communication issues and fewer opportunities for things to get lost in translation. Now, it takes more initial effort on the part of the executive team, that's true, but if projects are more successful in the end, we gain a lot of time down the road and we're more effective, which is exactly what we want. So whether you're an executive who may be asked to sponsor an initiative within your organization, or you're a project professional, I encourage you to learn more about project sponsorship and how to do it well. Because it works. And simply because successful projects is what makes our profession successful.